What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Educated Barfly. Today we are going to be doing a stirred cocktail, which is a little bit break from the norm of what we've been doing on this channel recently. Lately we've just been doing lots of shaken cocktails, lots of tiki cocktails. I've really been getting deep on the tiki and I've been having a lot of fun, but you know, I thought that for today's video, we could just like go back to, you know, just like the classic cocktail roots. Also, I'm excited to do it because this cocktail comes from a bar called the Hawthorne, which is a bar that's owned by Jackson Cannon, which is kind of a big name in the cocktail industry. But you know, honestly, now there are a ton of just great cocktail bars in Boston. We haven't covered them very much on this channel. It is my hometown. It is where I grew up, where I was born and raised. So I thought it would be nice to just kind of bring it on back to my roots, classic cocktails. And then also, this is a very interesting Manhattan variation called a Ce Soir, which means tonight in French. And it was created by a talented bartender named Nicole Lebedevitch. This is for those people who like a kind of slightly more bitter sort of take on a Manhattan. And it also has Cognac as its spirit base. So I thought this would be just like a nice, just like a really awesome cocktail to sort of like get us back into the stirred cocktail canon. See, the thing is that, you know, lately it's been hot. It's been hot in LA, it's end of the summer. And so I've been doing a lot of the, you know, nice tropical shaken drinks or something that's just like very refreshing. But I gotta say that even bitter, stirred Manhattan variations can also be refreshing and nice on the palate. And since we are going to be moving into those fall months shortly, I thought, why not start to transition ourselves that way? All right, let's get into the cocktail. So first thing we're gonna do is just a dash of Ango, and we're gonna do 1 dash of Regan's bitters. Now you can use whatever orange bitters you like. This particular recipe calls for Regan's bitters, and so I'm using Regan's. Then we are gonna do 1/2 ounce of yellow Chartreuse, which is one of my favorites. I've been using a lot of Chartreuse lately. It's one of my absolute favorites. And we're gonna spill half of it, just like one of my cohorts. We'll just take that off our peeler and we'll adjust for the spill. And then we're gonna do 3/4 ounce of Cynar, which is an artichoke liqueur. And then I think we're gonna use the rest of the bottle today. What do you think, man? You think that's over? Do you think that's over 2 ounces?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over 2 ounces. I would say maybe 3.5. We're gonna get very close to killing this bottle. We're gonna have to re-up on this because this is like my favorite cognac to use. Just like this is like nice, like cost-effective, very good quality cognac. It's my favorite to use in cocktails. So we're gonna do 2 ounces. Oh, I was wrong. Yeah, it's about 3 ounces, dude. We're getting. I might even just chug the rest of that out of the bottle. All right, so 2 ounces of the Pierre Ferrand cognac. It's the 1840, and then we're gonna complete this by cracking some ice. And some people, when I do this, ask me like, don't the little shards like over dilute? And the answer to that is a big resounding no. The little shards don't over dilute. You actually want those shards in there because you want the correct amount of dilution. Because getting very cold ice like this that has just come out of the freezer, it's actually kind of difficult to dilute your cocktail down and to chill it to the right temperature. You could stir for a full 2 minutes before you got it down to the like -3 or -4 that you want this cocktail to be at when serving. And the other thing that a lot of people ask me is why I don't use chilled coupes. Well, when I am serving cocktails to people, I absolutely 100% use chilled coupes all the time. Chilling your glassware is really important, and the reason why is because this cocktail does not sit on ice, so it is less stable than, say, like an old-fashioned, which will be sitting on a big rock of ice. Now, everything's going to either over-dilute or get too warm, but this does not sit on any ice at all, so when you pour it, you basically started the fuse of the cocktail getting warm. So using a chilled coupe is going to help you, it's going to aid you in the endeavor of keeping your cocktail as cold as possible for as long as possible. And if you're, you know, I mean, at home, that's one thing, but if you're in a bar and you are making something for service staff and you've got to put it on the service tray for the waiter to come and bring it to a table, you don't know how long that waiter is going to take to get it. Hopefully they're efficient and they get to it quickly, but you want to make sure that that cocktail gets to the table as cold as possible. But for you guys, I don't use chilled coupes on the show because I want you guys to be able to see the color of the cocktail. I think that it's very important. You know, sometimes I'll look at cocktail books and they use specialized lighting, or they use filters on their camera, or they use gels on lights or something like that to make an effect so that the photograph looks dramatic, but then you make the cocktail and it looks so different from what's in the book. And for me, it's honestly, I just want to give you the most honest representation of what this cocktail is going to look like. All right, that's enough stirring. All right, let's do this. And then after we do our, ooh, that's nice. That wash line is really high. So after we strain our cocktail, we're just going to take a nice swath of lemon. We're going to spritz it, ripe it, and then this gets discarded. We don't want that. All right, let's take a sip. That's so nice. What is so great is that when you first sip this cocktail, it's actually, you taste cognac right on the front of your palate, and it devolves to bitterness on the finish, but it's not overly bitter. And the sweet notes of the cognac play very well with the intense bitter finish of the Cynar. I can taste those orange notes. I can taste the Angostura spice just like like an underlying note kind of underneath it. It's almost like listening to a song and hearing a note that you know is happening, but you don't really know what part it's playing until you isolate it from the whole, and then the song sounds flat. Like it's like that. It's like this underlying note of spice that's kind of, you know, playing in there. And then you have the lemon, the sharpness of the lemon that sort of kind of brings it all together with that sort of citric kick that's on kind of in your mid palate. It's so beautifully balanced. You know, I went on this tangent a couple of videos ago that actually this video just got posted, and I went on this whole tangent about how, you know, the stirred cocktails haven't really been, or the classic cocktails haven't really been doing that well as far as like views. And it was like my plea to have you guys just like not judge a cocktail by the way that it looks in the thumbnail, or not judge it by just like its view, because, you know, honestly, all of these classics and modern classics that are based on classics are gonna just look kind of brown or kind of gold or sort of a reddish brown, and you're not really going to know the worth of the cocktail until you actually make it and taste it. A lot of these cocktails are so surprisingly nuanced and so beautiful that they really do deserve your consideration. So it's just my second plea. I'm not gonna beat you over the head about this too much, but you know, I just don't overlook this cocktail just because it's just like another sort of golden brownish cocktail that looks like a classic that has no garnish, you know. I know it's easy to sort of skip by that because it doesn't have orchids and palm fronds and banana leaves and stuff, you know, kind of spewing out of it, or it's not like, you know, it's not like visually stunning with different layers of color or anything, but this cocktail is no less complex than some of those cocktails would be to your eye on the palate. So definitely go out, definitely make this cocktail. If you are in Boston, go to the Hawthorne, say hi to Jackson Cannon for me. He doesn't know me and I don't know him, but tell him the Barfly sent you. If you go to drink, go to Ezra and say the Barfly sent you, because I don't know. It's nice that you guys take my advice on these things. I have made it my life's ambition to find the best bars for you guys to drink at and to help you guys be able to make the best drinks at home. So I'm really flattered that you guys take my advice, and you should, because I know what I'm talking about. Marius just looked at me like, you are so, he's rolling his eyes like, it's like, he's like that emoji. This is what I deal with. The roll eye emoji. What?
This is what I deal with.
Every day.
Yeah.
Well, twice a week. It's really not that big a deal. It's only twice a week. You can sit home alone in the quiet in your underwear, eating cereal and watching Mindhunter. All you want for the rest of the week.
And editing videos nonstop.
We have, but you know what? I'm constantly. You know what? I'm not going to let people watch us bicker about who does what.
Let's wrap it up.
I'm just going to cut this off right now. That's it.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, why don't you do the spiel?
Oh, go.
Come on.
Patreon.com/theeducatedbarfly.
No, but you're not doing the whole spiel.
I don't know. I don't remember the whole spiel. It
Come on,
changes every time.
if you like this channel, please, I'll do what Marius can't do, all right? If you like this, Marius is even, you know, this is what's crazy. Some people are comfortable on camera, like me. Some people are really uncomfortable on camera, but they're fine off camera. And there are some people like Marius who are not only uncomfortable in front of the camera, they're uncomfortable talking even behind the camera when no one can see them because he knows that someone can hear him. And then
That's the worst part.
people might say something about you like they say about me, like that guy the other day, the backhanded comment from the other day. I'm not even going to mention it, but I'm not even going to repeat it, but that's what you're afraid of. Anyway, I'll do what Marius can't do. If you like our channel, please hit like and subscribe. And if you want to check us out on Patreon, we've got some exclusive content going there. Patreon.com/theeducatedbarfly. I promise that you will not be displeased. And it has been my ambition to be a lot more consistent on Patreon and post even more there because you guys deserve it and I really like it and it helps us out either way. And press the bell icon if you want some notifications to make sure that you are notified when we release videos. Other than that, I will see you next time. Go drink a Soir. And if you're in Boston, go to both Drink and the Hawthorne and the Eastern Standard while you're at it.